What's up, y'all? It's your boy, TEVTalks, back here with a brand new video. Today, I want to talk to y'all about something simple. I want to give y'all my 3 recommendations for Manhwa that you should be reading right now. Now, I'm not saying I'm any authority figure on what the best manhwa is, or even saying that my opinion is valued over yours. However, I will say, amongst the manhwa that's out right now by our Korean authors, these 3 must be on your list. And please, if you have an opinion, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're reading, and maybe I can check it out as well. Personally, I'm a fan of action-oriented, drama focused, but an environment that can build lore. Something that's going to make you want to come back to the story and see how our characters are going to grow in this world that they're in. So let's go ahead and kick things off. We're going to start this with the first one, Lookism. Lookism is a manhwa that I'm sure you've heard of at this point. But if you haven't given it a chance, you absolutely should. Created by Taejun Park, Lookism is just a bomb-ass story that follows our titular character, Daniel Park, as Daniel learns to change his lives along with the lives of those around him in this ever-growing world that Taejun has created. Our main guy, Daniel, starts off as a geeky nobody, right? But eventually he becomes your infamous K-pop lookalike. The story is filled with plot twists on top of plot twists, but in a way that keeps you engaged and waiting to see how that twist is going to unfold. This nobody becomes somewhat of a gang leader, basically, as this story continues to go on. Beginning with the infamous Korean high school takeover. Now, if you're reading manhwa, you know that this is in every story that exists. But then our character ends up basically taking over all of Seoul, Korea. And at this point, they're about to expand even further into all of Korea with where the story's going. It has enough chapters where a newcomer can easily get lost in the world and the environment that's been created around Daniel and his crew. With this first season animated, I strongly advise for you to go ahead and check this one out. And once you finish the first season, immediately start reading the manhwa from where it left off. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Next, Teenage Mercenary. Teenage Mercenary may just be my favorite one that's on this list right now. Created by Korean author YC on Webtoon, the story follows Yoo Ijin, a former child assassin who has to reconnect with the world as a high schooler by building his bond with his long-lost sister and grandfather. Ijin deals with all of this while his past is continuously coming into play. Visually, it's stunning as hell. From the aura that these characters have to some of the simple fight scenes, you can tell who's strong, who's OP, and who's not easily as this story progresses. I mean, put it like this, Ijin is a fucking beast. Like, literally a beast. While Ijin learns to engage with others his own age, he has to come to terms with being a big brother to a sister he basically didn't even know still existed. He has to unintentionally become the popular guy of his friend group by bringing together people who would never even get along with each other had they not met him. And of course, he's your typical heartthrob and the ladies of all ages. And I mean those his age and those much older. But what sets Yoo Ijin and Teenage Mercenary apart is, unlike some of the other stories and other manhwa that you read about with high schoolers where they just get into fights and squabbles, Yoo Ijin is a certified killer. I mean a certified killer. Not just from his child assassin days, he is still out here killing people. If you get on his wrong side, you're very likely to die. Overall, it's definitely worth the read. I mean, it's got a good amount of story for you to catch up on, and it's easy for you to get into it and jump into the deep and thick of how this character progresses, from the numbers to his family, just trying to be a regular person in Korea. Lastly, we gotta talk about a secret favorite of mine on this list, Eleceed. Now, Eleceed was created by Noblesse's author, Jiho Sun, and it's like a comfort read for me. Comforting in the sense of being wholesome, meaning like they're drawn to be too happy, too positive, but it adds to the story because it has no problem flipping the script and getting raw right away, especially with some of the fight scenes, some of the power scaling that this series goes through. It's very detailed, but in a very good way. The story follows our main character, Jiwoo Seo, as he has developed a power that he basically didn't know existed for him. But as he developed this power, he ends up forming a bond with pretty much the most OP character in this universe. None other than Caden Break. And Caden is that guy. Like, if he's Batman, our main character is Robin, and I mean Robin that becomes Nightwing. You feel me? Where the story is today, it has grown into a true rise to the top type of scenario, and you really want to watch Jiwoo grow, and you also want to see Caden continue to be OP and dust niggas all as he goes on. But I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to keep it simple. Again, if you got time, if you haven't read any recent Manhwa, and if you're looking for something that's popular that you can get into and have a good conversation about, I really do recommend these top 3 right here. As always, give me a subscription if you like the content I'm making. I'd love to give you guys more recommendations and more anime and manga and manhwa reviews as this channel continues to grow. And give me a like. Help my content get out there so more people can come across it. And as always, as I said at the beginning, and I'll say it every time you see me, if you don't like my sip of tea, please let me know what you're sipping in the comments, because I'd love to check it out. Alright? TEVTalks, y'all. I'm out.